Hello everybody, welcome to RenderBots. My name is James and today we're going to be looking at a really cool plugin. It's a render engine by a company called Solid Angle and it's called the Arnold Renderer. If you don't know what this is an amazing new render system. Well, new to Cinema 4D. It's been around for a few years. As I said, the company is called Solid Angle. Here's their website. There you go, solidangle.com. And as you can see, it's known as the Hollywood render engine. It's pretty spectacular. I've been using it for the past 3 or 4 days just to play with it and hopefully give you guys a good idea about how this works. As you can see, it's been used in Guardians of the Galaxy, Gravity, lots of amazing programs, amazing films. So why not, let's have a look at it, right? Let's take a look and see how it works within Cinema 4D. There's a plugin available. There's also a free trial, so head over to this website, solidangle.com, and go download the free trial. It will give you a watermark across any renders that you do. So here we go. Let's jump in. Okay, here we are in Cinema 4D. Let's just maximize this up. There we go, full screen, beautiful. So here we are in Cinema 4D. Now, unlike anything else, Arnold Renderer uses your CPU. A lot of render engines these days uses your GPU, graphics processing unit. So this is quite cool to have a great plugin like this that can use your CPU. So the faster your computer, the faster this is going to run. That sounds pretty good. So the first thing I'm going to do is just open up a simple plane. There we go. Got some big. And go ahead and create a sphere. And this is pretty bog standard, but you'll get the idea. So there it is. Now, as we know, when we want to render something, we press this little button over here, and it renders it. Simple as that. Then if obviously we throw in a light, grab a light and move that around, and hit render, there you go. It's pretty quick because there's not much going on inside the scene. So what we're going to do is get rid of the light. We're going to go ahead and open up our Arnold Renderer. So if I go to plugins, you see this C4DtoA here. If I follow along to here, we've got all these brand new settings here. So as I said, I've only been using it for a few days and I thought I was really excited to show you what I know, and we'll be going through all the bits that I know today. So one of the first things we're going to look at is Arnold Light. So if I give it a click, as you see, it brings in our little light. Not too similar to Cinema 4Ds. Now, if I go to plugins again, here's the most exciting thing. This is what we're after, the IPR window. Ready? So give it a click. Ta-da! And there we can see it, that render working straight away. So what do I mean? Look, well, if I go over here, it's rendered. Over here, it's rendered. It's pretty cool, right? And look how quick that renders. It's absolutely superb. I know it's a very simple scene, but as you see, it's pretty awesome. So I'm going to grab hold of this and we're going to dock this in here like that. So click and hold and drag it in. So as I move this now, we can see a render almost instantly. So here we have the Arnold light, which I brought in. So what can we do with this? Well, as always with any light source, I can click on the color, quickly change the color. There we go. As I move it around, I can start to see how that's going to interact with this. Bring up the intensity, look. As you see, it's just rendered it straight away. Pretty awesome. Let's bring in another. Obviously we have more than one light in here, so plugins, let's bring another light in. Here we can see that other light source coming in, and as you see, look at this, it's just rendering that out straight away inside of here. You know, no more just going to the preview and guessing what it's going to look like. Arnold Render is really quick at doing that. So intensity, exposure, so again bring down that light, overexpose the shot. As you see, it's using those fall off shadows almost straight away. So really easy to work, and it's just absolutely singing on this. So I'm using a MacBook Pro 15-inch Retina from last year now. This is the NVIDIA chipset. Apple have just released a new laptop with the ATI Radeon graphics card, which should make this sing. Apparently it's 80% faster than the version I've got here, but as you can see, I'm having no problems looking at this render engine. It's absolutely superb. So if I go to the light source here, as in previous lights within cinema, you can see I can choose all sorts of lights. So if I go to Spotlight, over here we'll see that that has now turned to Spotlight, so I can click on our little sample here, move it around. There we go, let's move it over here so we can see that working. So again, Spotlight's really easy, just jump that up there. And of course all the settings we're going to need are going to be under here. Let's go to main, and we've got things like cone angle, so we can bring that right down, like so. Where are you, Spotlight? There we go. So let's bring the intensity up again. As you see, the Arnold light is really quite far away, so bring it closer. So you see that Spotlight just hitting the top there. So lots of fun to be had with that. So two lights, really easy to navigate. This is what Arnold's all about, being able to produce these things and quickly do something cool with it. So what about making a shape, a light? Well, let's show you what I mean by here. If I grab this cube, I can quickly drag this, make it any size I want. Let's press S. S centers it on screen for me. I think a little shortcut there. If you didn't know that already, so move it over there. So I want to make this cube become the light source. So let's go to the cube, go to the tags, and we have all these special tags inside here. And inside the tags we've got Arnold Mesh Light. Okay, so we've just made that a light source. So how's that going to interact? Well, let's come down here. We see the intensity again. So ramp that right up. We start to see that interacting inside of here. Move it closer. But as we can't see the physical cube. But if I hit light visible and hit the checkbox there, there we go. So now we have a physical shape which has now become a light. Again, really cool to be able to see that rendering quite beautiful. See, it's rendering straight away. Again, just change the colour. What's it like in green? There we go. Let's control and click and drag this cube down. So control and click, almost like copies and paste, and drag that over here. So now we have our red cube again. And again, we see that renderer just ripping through that. No problem at all. Let's click on this one here. So now we see we've got that tag. Come down to the colour. Let's make it a yellow one. There you go, got that really nice fall off. So samples here, samples 1 is saying how many times is it, it's sort of the quality of that preview render we're seeing here. So I can ramp that up. Okay, so bring that in. Looks pretty good. Like I say, it's just so quick at bringing all this in. So if I wanted to export this, I'm going to go to my export window here. So you have the word renderer. It says standard. Click on there, make it an Arnold one. And you have all the outputs we'd expect inside of here. So film, 720, whatever we wanted inside here. And then obviously save, give it a file path, save it to the desktop. So click on desktop, there we go, we've got a test. Just press save there. What format do we want it in? Let's make it a JPEG. So these things we should know, guys. Hit the Arnold Renderer, and now you see we've got a whole bunch of stuff inside of here, which we can have a look at again in later. So that's where the Arnold bit actually takes over. Not many things to look at, quite clear, quite precise. So if I hit the render button now, it will go to render view, and it will sort of render what I've got in the full screen. As you see, it's just the same version as this. Okay, so if I want to render it out, click on that, and that's now going to push that to the desktop as an image. Look at that, really, really quick as well. Got those lights, just absolutely superb. And let's press play here. So that's using two cubes as a light source. Let's get rid of those. And this time we're going to go into our plugins and go to here, and we see the word Arnold Sky. Let's click on Arnold Sky, and straight away it produces a very simple sort of sky dome, if you like. And we can kind of go around here again. We can watch that rendering it straight away. Really, really nice. So inside of here, we've got these options down here. Background sky, type is sky. Click on here, make it a physical sky. Again, now we've got this kind of virtual kind of blue sky in here. And I love this. This is going to move. See, it moves the shadow around by moving this one. Azimuth, one of those. So as I move that around, it's creating that shadow around it. Elevation, darker, sort of mid-morning look. There we go. So again, just really, really quick with that sky down there. Let's go back to sky. So what we can do is we can load a HDR in here as well. So I've got my shape in here. And what I'm going to do is come down to the word color. You see it says constant. And I'll click on that and say texture, right? So with the word color, we went to texture. And straight away it gives me this sort of color path here. Go to 3 dots. And on my desktop, I've got a HDR. Press open. I'm not going to bring that in. And as you can see, almost instantly, it brings this amazing kind of light in here. So it's using the HDR to light the whole scene. Again, extremely quick the way it's doing that. So again, we got a background. We was on the type sky. We went to the word color. With the color highlighted, we clicked on texture and then loaded that up from there. So really, really quick. Just look at this. The way it's rendering it is absolutely superb. So let's go in ahead and get rid of all this. I'm going to go File, and we'll open up something we were playing with before. Here we go, Mr. Renderbot here. So what I did is I loaded up my little Renderbot, and as you can see, I've got a little cube there, and within the plane, see the cube, I've got that little tag, which is click on there, go to tags, and then adding this mesh light to the cube my Renderbot was holding there. But as you can see again, in real world, we can really see how quickly Arnold is giving us this image. Really, really nice. I love it. And it's just say I can just think, right, okay, I'm not happy with that color. Let's go to a color palette, hit the yellow button there, press OK, and straight away we're seeing our little Renderbot there reacting to that. So that's the only kind of color source inside of here. See it moving around. Really, really nice. And like I said, just to show you how quickly Arnold's producing this, I've also got a volume sort of haziness in the shot as well, which is giving this kind of like a nice overall light, but looks just fabulous. Looks so good. You can go right up close to that. And again, it just takes all the guesswork out of using this. Really, really nice. So what else does Arnold do? Well, if I go to the plugins here and click on the C4DtoA, we'll see the word Arnold Procedural. And what it does is it's going to let us load in a .ass file, so the word path here. And normally what we do is we click on the 3 dots and locate a model, which is using the .ass tag at the end of it. So it's like JPEG.ass. And the idea is it'll load it up into here, and we can create instances of that. And the idea is we can create like lots of trees. So we can load in one tree and be able to load in like 400 or 500 trees. It's pretty awesome. So if I go to this cube here, it's a real simple cube. There we go. Let's make it tall and thin. So there we go. So I've only got one of those, right? So if I don't have a .ass file, for example. So if I've got this highlighted, and I go to our plugins, C4D, jump into the .ass export, right? Click on that, and you'll see it says give it a file name. So I'll name it tall cube, like that. And where we're going to put it, we'll put it on the desktop and press save, so it knows it's going to put it there. Now it says export selected, which we're going to do that. Okay, so if I get rid of that cube now, we're now in the Arnold Procedural. We go to the word path, click on the 3 dots, and we click on the tall cube and press open. And as you can see, it now gives me that file. Not very exciting at the moment. And let's have the light source in here quickly. So let's go to the plugin again, into here. Let's choose an Arnold Sky. Okay, so we should have an Arnold Sky in here in a second. There we go. So as you see, I've got my little cube there like that. So Arnold Sky is highlighted. We've got the Arnold procedure. procedural, all the way down here, got the word path. It's looking at that .ass file, which we just exported using the plugin. And it says use a bounding box, which we've got there, so we're not using the full geometry of that. And the idea is, what we want to do is we're going to create more of these. So if I go to the plane, so put a plane in here, let's make it huge, 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 huge. Drop it down like that. There we go. So we got our little cube, and as you see, it's working pretty quickly straight away. Now, because it's a procedural object, I'm going to go into MoGraph Cloner, and I can now grab that procedural into here, and it automatically starts producing obviously more because we're using a MoGraph here. We got the modular mode here. Let's make it grid array. Boom! Look at that. Look how fast it's used doing it as well. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the idea that using one bit of geometry, I know we're only using cubes, but this could be a full sort of 3D model here. But we can just see how quickly it's rendering all those instances of that. And that's what that procedural is doing for us. It's going to render those instances pretty quick. Let's go back cloner. Control click up, and it gives us another one. And I can drag that in here, and let's move it out of the way. Let's move it over here. So again, you can just see how quickly it's actually rendering that. Let's bring the zoom up in there. Look. Let's make it bigger. Cool. Right. So you see how quickly that procedural, let's grab those again. Command C, Command V, copy paste. Grab some more instances. And already we can see that that's, and as I said before, I'm using a MacBook Pro 15. It's got the 4 GHz processor with a 2 GB NVIDIA card in here. But as you see, it's running it really, really quick. Really quick. So I wonder if I could drop a, let's go to a plugin, into here, let's put a light in here, an Arnold light, there we go. Move it wherever I want, put it in the middle, say. Let's get this Tronny colour here, press OK. Boom, look at that. And again, we're able to just see it. Extremely quick inside of there. Just beautiful. Again, samples, how much detail do I want on that? And that's just there, so grab that as Command C, Command V, let's put another one in the scene. And I love it because we can see how quickly, let's drop a bright red one in there, shall we? Press OK. Look at that, and it's just rendering it beautifully and quickly for us. Okay, so we're now going to look at creating sort of our own texture inside of Arnold Render. So, without further ado, let's go back up to our plugins. Let's get our IPR window. And what we do is grab this little corner bit here and dock it into there. Ta-da! Perfect. And again, we've got no light in there, so let's use some of the tools we've already found out. If I grab hold of this plane, see a tiny little plane, we'll make it tiny. Alright, what we do is we're going to angle it down. So click and angle it down like that. And just push it back like so. There we go. Now we can make that its own light source, right? As you see, it's not showing us anything here. So go to plane, tags, and go to C4D tag and choose a mesh light like that. And already this plane now becomes a light. So if I go down here, light visible, click on that. There we go. Let's bring up some intensity. There we go. So we have a good idea about what we're creating. Looks great, doesn't it? So we just created our own little light. So this could almost be our own point light there, or rim light. Just giving us a great fall off. So we want to be able to now create our own material. So if I go to the word create down here, so normally obviously you can double click down here, it'll automatically create one, but Arnold has its own material editor. So inside here, Arnold, got things like in here, all these ones in here, look, okay, I've used the atmosphere one, it's pretty cool. So if I go to the word surface and come all the way down to standard, and a lot of people will use a standard one here. If I give that a click, and it gives us nothing, a little black box. But if I give that a double click, and it brings us up this new material editor. As I said, I've just been playing inside of here, nothing in depth right now. But if I grab that standard material, drop it on my ball, there we go, I love this because we can see it rendering beautifully already up here. Okay. And inside here, the same sort of things we'd find in a typical material editor. So leave that a click. I'll make it red. There we go. So it's a very flat red. So if I wanted to, and again, it's just a case of going through these and seeing what each one's going to do for us. Caustics looks inside here, emission, subsurface scattering, refraction, reflection. So here's my favourite reflection here. Bring up that way, looking straight away. It starts to reflect what we can see, which is obviously the floor. And you get to do it so quickly, right? Look at that. So quick. Got the floor inside here. Got the Fresnel there. I say some people like to use this. Yeah, as I say, it's giving us those results almost instantly. So let's drop that off. Let's take the Fresnel off. There we go. And what I'm going to do, click on here and just create another one. Okay. It's got a Mac, Command C, Command V, or drag and control with the control key. I'm going to give it another one straight next to it like that. So we can jump in here and have a little look. And just look at the beautiful thing here. It's highly reflective. It's got all that going on. Now, it's automatically got the same material that I've got from before. So if I control and click and drag, double click on this one, click on here, and let's make this sort of Tron. I love this colour, Tron blue, and drag it on there. And now we get that one inside of here. And it's just testament to how good Arnold is to see almost got this Iron Man red here. Matching inside here and rendering just quickly and beautifully. Just stunning. So everything inside of here, as you'd expect, got diffuse lighting, specular lighting on it. How much weight is on there? Look at this. Bring that right up. Let's go to the red sphere. Double click on that. So now we're inside of that. So yeah, bring the weight up on that. So starting to diffuse our light a little bit. There you go. Look, looks really, really nice. Yeah, so that's a quick look at bringing all this inside of here. A lot of fun, but should give you enough, guys, to go ahead, download it, and get dirty with it. Right? It's new to Cinema 4D, so it's worth jumping on. As I said, there's a free version, but as you can see, the quality and the quickness of this, just down to your CPU, absolutely stunning. Right, there we go. So that's that. Well, once again, thank you for tuning in to RenderBots. It's always a pleasure. Subscribers on up, which is good. Obviously, as always, do like or even comment. Tell me what you found out with the new Arnold Renderer. And I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do with it. So keep me in the loop. As you see, I've got all my details on the bottom left of the screen. Follow me on Twitter at render_bots, or email me directly. Send me a project file. Show me what you've been up to at james@renderbots.co.uk. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Take care. Happy rendering. Bye bye.